there's a dynamic, that father and son dynamic, and I'm sure it's always good to have that dynamic where the son is able to recognize the voice in the corner during the fights, during sparring, right? When the father's training the son as a boxer. But there are some downsides to it that most boxing fans don't know about. Most managers don't really know about. The only people that can really speak to the downsides is the father and or the son. For
Correct.
example, we see Kelly Pavlik Sr., Kelly Pavlik Jr., even though Kelly Pavlik Sr. wasn't a trainer, but he was closely knit to his son and his son's career. Timothy Bradley Sr., Timothy Bradley Jr., Floyd Mayweather Sr., Floyd Mayweather Jr., Joel
Roy,
Diaz. I can go, you know,
Roy Jones and Roy
Roy
Jones,
Jones Sr., Roy
Shane,
Jones,
Shane, Shane Mosley. You know,
Jack Mosley, Shane Mosley. Who else we got?
man, the
Tito
list goes on.
Trinidad.
The list goes on.
The
You know,
list goes on and on.
that's
And
right.
all we see, Angel Garcia, Danny Garcia from my city, right?
That's
All
right.
we see is when the fighters win, dad's happy, son is happy, everything look like it's going well. But there are some times where it's like, you know what? These are some of the downsides that most people don't see. Can you name at least one downside
Sure.
of a father-son training boxer dynamic?
Well, the biggest challenge is learning to separate you being a father to being a trainer, or them being a son to being a boxer. One of the biggest challenges I had with my own son was that, you know, he looked at it as though I'm just being dad, being hard on him, instead of being his coach, being hard on him. And that's why later on in in my career, in his career, I brought in Brother Nazim, because we've known Brother Nazim for a long, long time, but uh, I knew that he needed another voice that he respected. Because if I said to Travis, "Hey Trav, give me another round on the heavy bag," "Oh, Dad, come on, you're trying to kill me." If Brother Nazim would say to him, "Hey, soldier, stop, that's good work," Travis would say, "No, I got two or three more rounds." It was like, what are you talking about? So it was that type of there was that type of atmosphere that took place, and that type of scenario, and it can go on even from waking up and going running, whatever the case may be, because it was hard to separate father son from coach and boxer. And I think that's the case with uh, every father son that had that issue, because let's face it, most of these fighters that we just mentioned were very talented, very good, but there was that one thing that was missing. I'll go even another one. There's another kid named Ebo Elder. Okay, I remember Ebo Elder from the amateurs. His dad coached him, but they were very had a strong faith with them, and but they battled with each other. I mean, it was ugly, and so those were some of the challenges that we had. And you would think, oh, Ebo Elder, I'm going back. Oh, good young, fine young Christian man. No, it was just it became very, very difficult because of the whole father son thing. And so that being said, I think I'm sure there was challenges with Tito Trinidad and his father as well. So, and even look, I mean, you go a little step even further locally in Philly, Brother Nazim, they had
And his
Rock and
sons,
Tiger. You
right? That's
know,
Rock and Tiger. Yep.
that's right. So there's a number of them, and it's going to be that way. And you'll see a lot of talent, but uh, it's almost like what happens sometimes. The child wants to rebel against the father, you know, because it's like, oh, here you are giving me more instructions. You give me instructions at home. You give me instructions in the gym. When's it going to stop? You know what I mean? And that's what and that's what made it very difficult. And I think it will continue to make it difficult unless you have that certain dynamic uh, with father son. And I think it's always challenging in today's boxing world. You look, we got David Benavides, and his
Yep.
father who's a trainer, and
Yep.
you see the success there. But I'm sure they have their issues just as well.
Yep. Sean Porter, Kenny Porter, same
Hey,
thing.
look what Kenny Porter did at the end of his career and what he said about his son. So but Sean Porter showed, in my opinion, how to handle it as a very respectful son and a very respectful boxer. Sean Porter stayed humble and didn't fight back in a sense, you
Yeah.
know. And so, and you don't always see that.